to another episode of the Lone Recruiter Podcast. I'm your host, Brett Clementson, and if you're a recruiter out on your own or just lacking general advice or mentorship, you've come to the right place. Our episodes are designed to give you the motivation, the strategies, and the support you need to become the very best lone recruiter. So join us, grab a cup of coffee, and let's take your desk to another level. Now, today's episode is, what can we learn from songwriters? Interesting concept, and I'm not sure how many of these listeners know, but in a previous life, I was in a band and, as most people do, but, we did okay. You wouldn't know who we were. No one will, which is fine. But we did play some amazing gigs. We played some shows with Birds of Tokyo. We played some shows with Boy and Bear. We played some shows with Angus and Julia Stone. We did play and support the Foo Fighters at one point. Why am I telling you this? I just want to lend a little bit of credibility to this episode around songwriting and the processes, because I did spend 10, 15 years of my life prior to recruitment doing that. So this concept, what can we learn from songwriters? Now, writing a song is an interesting process because for me, it starts as a really solo adventure. You're in your bedroom or you're in wherever you write your music and you're nutting this thing out. And before you know it, like a song does start in your mind, it starts in your fingers, but it starts to kind of evolve, right? And as the song starts to present itself into the world, and it's music, now it's notes that we can hear, and you're going, okay, here's this song, and it's almost like being born, like this song's being born or discovered, and you might have a chorus, you might have a verse, you might have little riffs or whatever, and it starts to form a song. And it's quite an insular thing. It just starts and you kind of work at it and whatever. Now, if you're a solo artist, I don't care if you're a solo artist, I don't care if you're in a band, or whatever your take is, at some point, okay, that song will start to get manipulated by other people. And what I mean by that is, let's just talk about it in a band context. If I bring a song into the studio and go, guys, I wrote a song or an idea of a song, what do you think? Play it, da-da-da-da. Now the drummer's just going to lay a beat down. Like, I don't think about drums. They're going to lay a beat down. Bass player starts to write some riffs. The other guitarist starts to throw in some ideas, or a lead guitar. Before you know it, this song is no longer mine. This song is no longer the songwriter's, okay? I created it, I started it, but now it's in the room, and we're all working on it collaboratively together. And when we get it to a level where we think, this is great, like we've got this thing, this is awesome, we're going to be, so famous, as everybody in the band says, you take it to a producer and you go, we want to record this. And the producer goes, cool, let's have a listen. Has a listen and goes, it's good. I think we need to tweak a few bits. I'd love to add this, or maybe you can shave that little half that verse, or they start to have their influence over the song as well. And you go, that's cool, yeah. Like, we all kind of now playing with this thing. Then you record it. You got an engineer who then starts to go, cool, I'm going to put this mic up against your amplifier there. I'm going to mic the room in a certain way. And now they're affecting the actual sound quality that comes out of the speakers when we record this song. So we might have come up with the ideas for this song, but to bring this thing to life, these engineers and these producers, they've got to do their thing. They run stacks and stacks of compressors, sound filters, whatever that might be, some reverb, whatever, to warm this thing up, to bring it to life. It's not just put a mic up like I do here and go record. There's a lot of technicality that goes into it. But again, this song is in the room, and it's there, and the common goal is to make this thing come to life, make it the best song or the best tune we can, and get it down onto tape so that we can then share it with the world. It's as simple as that. That is a rough songwriting process. I haven't even mentioned, record labels, their influence. A&R within a record label might go, cool, that sounds good, but that's not a hit. We need more of this, or we need more of that, or we need another chorus, or whatever. The chorus needs to be bigger, louder. They do get involved too. So the struggle I see with songwriters is that they try their best to hold on to it and protect it and really let their ego get in the way of that song being influenced by other people. That's, I think, where if you're a genius, a musical genius, maybe you've got the right to do that. But all in all, most songs that come into this world are massively collaborated on, okay? So what can we learn from the songwriting process that applies to recruitment? I think deals are exactly the same. You're a recruiter, I'm a recruiter, we plug away, we do our thing, we're trying to generate and start the spark for a deal, okay? We get a hit. Client calls, hey, got this brief. We've got XYZ roles available. Projects have landed. We need to go ASAP. Boom, spark, we're off. Okay, now that's like the song idea. But we got to get this thing. We got to bring this thing to life. We got to bring this thing home, and we got to play some roles. So all of a sudden, at what point? And the question I want to ask you is, at what point do you bring it to the room and go, guys, I've got a song. I've got a deal. I've got a deal that needs working on, and we call it twilighting in our office. It was something that was handed to us 15 years ago. The twilight of the deal. We'll run through it, but I think there's a early part of that stage where you can kind of table your deals and go, I've got this guy on first interview. I've got this girl who's I'm just speaking to, but I think we need to get them to mark. Whatever that is, at what point, you got to ask yourself this question, everyone will be different. At what point are you bringing your deals into the room to get advice from colleagues, to get advice from management, to get advice from other people to say, help me manage this. Like, it's looking okay. I think it's pretty good, but poke holes in it. Can you help me get this to a placement? And I think that songwriting, the part I really want to hammer home here for you is the ego. Is your ego getting in the way of tabling deals in the room? Do you think, nah, don't worry, I've got this? I used to have that. I would never table my deals in the office with the manager. I just thought it was a waste of time, but I quickly started to realize that they could provide a lot of great insights or ideas or thoughts or provocations to really help me get that deal across the line. So ask yourself, do you table your deals like a song into the room and let other people have a play with it? Or are you holding on to it because your ego's saying, I got this, I want to, big dick swing, and I want to make all the placements myself? Because I think that if that's you, the latter, you need to have a real hard think about yourself and think, am I the solo songwriter who thinks I'm going to write a hit and never writes a hit? Or are you the Beatles who Paul McCartney goes, here's a song, it's genius. Oh, John Lennon's also in the room. He's going to make it even better too. Oh, and Ringo Starr and whoever else is in that room. So are you going to be that one? And I would say that within recruitment or sales, the more you can pull in help, the better chances your deals have to make it in the world, just like a hit song. I'm pretty sure that's a great analogy, and we've made the links pretty clear. That's all I have time for you today. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please like, subscribe, share it. We love it. I'm inviting you to write to us, individually. If you've got any questions, please let me know. We are getting hit up quite a lot at the moment, so we're going to try and turn some of those questions into episodes. And as always, have an amazing day, and may all your deals come true.